Linear versus non-linear. Linear means that when recording the video, will save to a tape will also be edited on a tape. Non-linear means that when recording the video, it will save on an SD card, and then the video that will then be edited on a computer. In the older days of linear editing, the cameras used to film were very heavy, and the camera woman or man holding or carrying the camera would end up getting very bad shoulder back pains. This was also a reason why the cameramen or women were paid a lot more than they are today, because the cameras that are used nowadays are much lighter, so they do not cause the problems that were caused with the older cameras and are a lot easier to carry, as the camera you see at the picture. The older cameras also used VHS tapes to record the footage, whereas the cameras that they use now, again, uses the SD card. Editing from a VHS tape took a lot of time, mainly because if the editor made a mistake, then he or she would have to either change that part, but that would end up lowering the quality of the film he or she was editing, or the editor could just scrap the whole thing and start again. But the problem with that is that would cost a lot of money to do. So the editors are seen as better editors than those who edit on the computer today, because linear editing takes a lot more skill to do and time than non-linear editing. The videos were then played on a VCR, and they would use another VHS tape, as you want to see here, to record and edit on, so it would take a while to finish an edit on one tape. Non-linear editing is easier to edit, mainly because if you make a mistake, you would not have to start all over again. You could just undo the edit that you did wrong, and it would save a lot of time and money. The monitor is to see what is going on whilst editing. The monitors are very different from the ones used today. For example, the difference in size and shape between a linear and non-linear monitors, as you can see, this is a non-linear model. The difference between these two monitors are massive. For example, the screen sizes are different. The linear monitor is a lot smaller, and the screen isn't as wide as a non-linear monitor. Component cables are used to connect the VCR to the monitor, so when the editor was editing his or her work, then using the cables, they were able to view what was on screen. An editing suite is used for a group of people when editing. This is what they use to do this is what they use when doing linear editing. Now, early cinema. One of the pioneers of early cinema is Alfred Hitchcock. He's well known for his film Psycho and knows very well how to create suspense. Alfred Hitchcock has many ideas he used in many of his films. One of these techniques is called a dolly shot, and this is where the camera zooms. The camera zooms in and out, either to show significance to a certain object or person, or to add to the suspense of the film. As you can see in this part of the clip here. The dolly shot was used in one of Hitchcock's films Vertigo. The dolly shot was used when a character looked down from a tall height, and the dolly shot made it look higher than it actually was. Hitchcock also used another one of his techniques in his films, which is the continuous shot. This means that his separate shots are very long and drawn out and do not have any cuts in them whatsoever. Hitchcock uses this technique in his film The Rope. as you can see in this clip, Hitchcock has started filming from the street and drawn all the way up a long way, filming the ground as also the closed windows, which, even though the curtains are closed, which will leave the audience wondering, why is he filming this and what significance does this have to the film? And also, it also works with the film, so it also helps with the suspense of people wondering what is going on behind those curtains. Next, we have purpose of editing. The purpose of editing altogether is to get rid of all the bad clips of the film, and also if a clip was filmed in real time in the editing, it may be sped up so the film isn't seen as boring, which also is used in many of the films we see today. As an example, in a film where there was one person walking from one place to another, the clip may be sped up a lot more so that they will get to the destination a lot quicker than if they kept it in real time. Editing also allows the editor to add music and even pictures to their film. You can see. Effects can be used such as speed up or slow down, zoom in or zoom out, and even darken the screen. This can add to the impact of the video. Editing videos, for example, if there was a long video and there was a lot of mess ups or some clips that were just too long and boring, then with editing you speed up the clips and cut all the mess out, or the mess up out. So that when the editing is complete, then the video will be a lot shorter and cleaner with no mess ups, and the whole video will be quick and will look very clean with no jumping or bits of people going which will look a lot better to the audience while watching. And that is all I have.